Aaron Michael Baker, born November 4th, 1981, in Storm Lake, Iowa, but was living in Cherokee at the time, then moved over to Sioux City with my family at about age 3. Currently a psychologist, or maybe more selectively a neuropsychologist. I probably have been in a unique situation given that I worked throughout the whole pandemic and some of work changed. My day-to-day life was managing in 2019, my wife and I managing 3 kids, and both of us working a rather large amount of time. I think with my oldest one, who at that point would have been 7, usually some athletic thing that he was doing. I think I was coaching those with him if needed. Not as an area of expertise, as an area of assuring that he was able to, he had a coach because through the Y or something like that, there may have been slim for people volunteering. We're a pretty news-focused family and office here because it was family business practice, and all the therapists had pretty shared focus. It became just pretty apparent that there were going to be significant transitions. I think I did an interview for a news station. I'll be careful with how I say this part. A news station where they're talking about getting kids to wear masks. And presumably at the time the idea was, do you make them colorful, make them pretty, do you make them fun to wear, do you put them on teddy bears and things like that? And all those made sense, and I don't mean to be condescending about it. But to me, it struck me as an odd question. It's odd to think of how do you get a child to wear a mask when an adult wasn't wearing a mask at the time? It was such an odd question. I mean, it wasn't that hard to get children to wear masks. I dealt with a lot of children that even when we started opening back up, and if the rules wearing a mask and you were wearing a mask and that's just the lifestyle of how it went, then even children that tend to be more defiant or oppositional were still wearing them. But telehealth, so we have right in March, we transitioned right away. Some things changed. Adolescence, I think, kind of gravitated it very naturally. You would find some people that opened up far more quickly. You'd found that probably some people who may have most stereotypically been more resistant to coming to therapy found a level of anonymity that would allow them to come into therapy. They could, for example, they could do it from their car on a long break from work and not have to feel that someone might see them coming in here or something like that. Some of the things that were probably less comfortable is in dealing with kind of family-related issues. And there's a certain level of privacy that I'm a strong believer one needs when they come to therapy. One has to feel that they can lie when they come into therapy so that they can choose to kind of offer trust in the process. One can come in and keep things private and choose to offer certain information when they want to. And I think that the genuineness that comes with that trusting relationship, as opposed to thinking you come in and have to say everything. One gets to choose what they want to. I think that's a core part of developing a good relationship. But I would have telehealth sessions at points sometimes where the background information that was provided to me, because that lack of privacy may not be as ideals preferred, would give me information that I don't know if I wanted to feel privy to. But it was unfortunate of the amount of cognitive energy, myself included, and many people, to try to battle life within a pandemic that was kind of had this superimposed part of it that was as if one had to be inclined to resist it or to embrace it 100%. And so it was almost this, it seemed like there was a wasted cognitive energy so often in trying to figure out, does my political and scientific positions align? And if they don't, then which one must adjust in kind of a rather artificial way. Many well-intended people are just fed such polarizing information. It's so irritating.
Support for Facing a Changed World an oral history of the COVID-19 pandemic, comes from the Margaret Ann Martin Everest Foundation, the Kind World Foundation, Humanities Iowa, the Friends of Siouxland Public Media, and listeners like you.